All right, welcome back to More Than Couture. I'm your wonderful, gracious, humble, not too humble because I'm a Leo host, Kivani Couture. And this is my third episode. It has been months since I have recorded an episode of the podcast because I was just going through it. I was sick for, I believe, 7 months. I said 7 months. Woo, child. 7 weeks. seven and a half, maybe 8 weeks. I lost count, but yeah, it was rough. I had the flu. As I was healing and getting better from the flu, I got a sinus infection. Then I got laryngitis. I lost my voice for a whole month. And now. I'm still a little congested from being sick. And just to put this in perspective, I actually got sick the Friday before Christmas. So I've just been congested this whole time. I have no words. It was a struggle. I talked about it on a Get Ready With Me that I posted on Instagram and TikTok when I was still sick and my voice was trying to come back. Anywho, I'm back better than ever. I am trying to get back into the swing of things. And yeah, it's just been a lot going on. And I'm just trying to get myself back together again. I feel like I fell apart and now I'm just trying to put everything back together. So that's where I am. I have so much going on right now and I'm just trying to get through, y'all. I'm just trying to make it through. But anywho, welcome. She's back and better than ever. It's a lot you guys can expect going forward in the future. Next week, we're going to have a guest. So get ready for that. It's about to be a lot of guests on here this year. I'm happy to get the show back on the road. Like, I've been super consistent on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. So it's time to incorporate the podcast back into the mix. She never really got into the mix, but now we're going to get her in the mix. So for today, this is my warm-up episode, we're going to be diving into some stories on Reddit. And I'm going to incorporate some of my own little shenanigans in the mix. I personally did not know Reddit was Reddit. And what I mean by that is I knew Reddit existed, but I didn't know what it was. Like, what is this? Now I know what it is because of TikTok. So I'll be scrolling on TikTok and they started reading like the stories and stuff on Reddit. And then I was like, I have to get Reddit myself. Like, I have to go read the stories for myself because it's like you want to know if there's a part 2, there's some type of update. So I had to download Reddit myself. So now I am a Reddit girl. All right, so our first story is from Off My Chest. I'm very new to Reddit, so hopefully I'm doing this correctly. I don't know what I'm doing when I get on the Reddits. Anyways, this is from the Get It Off My Chest thread. I don't know what these are called, but anywho. So the title of the story is Doc told me I may need a hysterectomy and my husband hasn't been supportive. Let's get into it. I'm fuming as I write this, so excuse the language. The last 2 years have been a complete nightmare, and I just can't get past how much of an asshole my husband has been. My husband has baby fever. I don't. I'm done having kids. We have 2 girls, 9 and 8. 9 and 5, Lord. But he wants to try for a boy. I have been firm with my no and given my reasons. My husband has given me no reason aside from I want more children with you. This caused many, many fights. I have HPV. The strain I have is aggressive. After all the procedures to combat this, both OBs have told me I may need to have a hysterectomy. Bad OB says to have one more, as in have one more child. Good OB says, yeah, don't. Husband's baby fever got worse. Now he's taking cheap shots at me instead of realizing and understand this can turn into fucking cancer. So that was the TL/DR version. I don't know what that means. But we just gonna say the short version. So this is the long version. I'm exhausted and done with kids. I work a full-time job, handle the home and the girls. He works full-time away from home. The joys of being a traveling construction worker and tries to help during the weekends. I'm essentially a single married mother. There, I said it. He wants to try one more time for a boy. Why? He's not able to play as rough with the girls because they're getting older and he misses their exciting daddy when he comes home. He remembers being able to roughhouse with his nephews and cousins while they well into their teens. So this has started many fights. Then I got an abnormal pap smear result, a colonoscopy later, and I have an aggressive strain of HPV. I've known about the HPV for the last 5 years. I'm going to sound cruel for a second. I only had the second girl because dummy me forgot certain medications can mess with birth control. I had no intentions on having another child until the pap results were consistently normal. The results were normal and fine during the pregnancy. After the pregnancy, my paps were coming back normal until obviously 2 years ago. The strain of HPV I have can become aggressive cancer. I've been seen by 2 separate OBs regarding this. Both have told me the same thing. If the leap doesn't work, I don't know what the leap is, but it's in the context is some type of procedure, and my results keep coming back abnormal, I'll need a hysterectomy. The margins are okay for now, but I have to be seen every 3 months to make sure they stay good. This is very hard to hear, and regardless of how I feel about kids, I feel like my options were being ripped away from me. I feel like I'm losing a piece of myself, literally and figuratively. I told my husband. His response was, oh, look, you're getting what you want, permanent birth control. And that just tore into me. He didn't hear this can turn into aggressive cancer, or I'm scared, or I need to be here with my girls. All he heard was no more uterus. Trifling. Very trifling. My paps are still coming back abnormal, and after my last leap, I really don't want to be in any more pain. So, talking options with both OBs again. And OB1, the one I like, has recommended I proceed with the hysterectomy sooner than later if my next set of results come back abnormal. Second OB, this jerk doctor, has the nerve to tell me that I should have one more kid just in case. Just in case. So I, like an idiot, tell my husband what the doctor says, because I'm terrified and need support. I'm in freaking tears. I am in distress. And he tells me, so you don't want to have more kids with me. That's it, right? Fucking hell. Seriously? I'm reading how she wrote it, okay? It's some all caps here. So I'm all capping it so y'all know. So this was after I begged the OB to schedule a hysterectomy during leap number 2 because I need to be here for my girls. This has been my last few months waiting for a new pap this month. The last one came back normal, but I'm 100% sure that was because the antibiotics I was taking screwed the results. This coming pap will determine if I need a hysterectomy or not. And all my husband can think about is having one more. I'm just so mad at him. Out of all the times I desperately needed him by my side, he makes me feel like nothing more than a baby machine. Guess my only value is the fucking thing that's trying to kill me. All right, and we have an edit. I post before I was done. So I added. Also, I see 2 OBs because one does the leaps, the other does the coloscopy and PAPs. The one that does the coloscopies and PAP hasn't gotten trained for leap. I begged her because she is super nice and patient with me. I didn't see her this time for the last PAP. It was OB2. So OB2 makes those comments while doing a PAP. And yes, I reported her for her comments. If this sounds all over the place, it kind of is. I was up late last night with a panic attack. My sister announced her 3rd pregnancy and it triggered my panic. My husband commented on how nice it was she could have a 3rd. It was not a cheap shot at me, honestly. Sister was struggling to get pregnant and mismarried. Okay, sister was struggling to get pregnant and mismarried. This is her rainbow berry. Oh, she meant miscarried. Miscarried. Sister was struggling to get pregnant and miscarried. This is her rainbow baby. So, he's just genuinely happy for her. But, babies make me want to vomit now. Woo, child. Hubby, if you want to be a single daddy, just say that. Because I don't know how you're going to be a traveling construction worker and take care of these kids after your wife died from cancer. Because what the fuck? I'm perplexed. Like, how could someone be so stupid? Like, you want a son so bad that you are going to put yourself in a position to become a single father in the process. Like, that's how bad do you care about your wife? Do men, do y'all really care about us? Because I'm confused. I don't be getting it. I think really y'all just want us to cook and clean and make babies half the time. That's all y'all want. Y'all just want us to continue on with your legacy and keep it pushing. Let me tell you something. As someone who has had HPV before, it is very scary. I haven't had an aggressive strand of HPV, but HPV, she come for me. It comes and it goes. And it goes and it comes. So, you know, and I don't got no kids, I'm at this point I'm rolling the dice. But last time I went to get a pap smear, everything was all good. So it's whatever's in the cards is in the cards. Everything is really out of my control. But I get it. Trust me, I get it. It is scary. It's terrifying, especially having an aggressive strand. I never had to go every 3 months. I had to go every 6 months. But, it must be super aggressive if you have to go every 3 months. It's crazy. Yeah, girl, get a divorce. Fuck him. I mean, he ain't there any damn way. You might as well just get a divorce and call it a day. Go find you a man that already got some kids and, just go have a blended family with somebody else. Get someone else to do it. Okay, so let's read some of these comments under this post. Somebody said, fuck your husband. Stay healthy and safe. Find you a man that wants a wife and not an incubator. Period. That's on what? Period. Here's another one. Burn him to the ground. Very close family friend. HPV. You know what? I'm going to insert some words because what they saying don't make no sense. Burn him to the ground. Very close friend. We're just going to say a very close friend had HPV aggressive strand. Didn't figure it out in time. She had 4 beautiful children. Had because she died before 40. And those 4 kids are now growing up without their mom. Dad is off with a new woman, ignoring the kids, and the family is destroyed. It went up to her brain. And she died slowly and painfully. Get the hysterectomy and get a divorce. I wish things on your husband that would get me banned from this sub. That's what it's called. It's called a subreddit. Not a feed, not a thread. That's Twitter. Twitter got threads. It's called a subreddit. Look at me learning. That ain't a husband. That's a human-sized cancer. He sound like he's using you solely for making babies and taking care of them, and has no care for your well-being. If it means no more children, he's disgusting. Fuck this dude. My mom has 3 girls and was ready to get her procedure done, but my dad insisted on one more because he wanted his boy. Well, he got one. A piece of work with regular jail sentences. Wow. So me personally, I'm one of 4 children. I'm the oldest. And my parents, they tried for a boy. So it's me, my second sister, and they tried for that third boy, and they ended up with 2 more girls. So it was a wrap after that. It was just done and over with. Keep trying for that boy if you want to. It ain't worth it. It's really not, My uncle also has 4 daughters. So, it's crazy, You be thinking you're going to get a son and you just end up with more daughters. Woo, girl. That first one was a fucking doozy. All right, so this is another one from the subreddit of Off My Chest. The thing about Reddit is people be in here telling all day business. If you think that people be telling their business on Facebook, child, they tell even more of their business on Reddit. They tell so much of their business. See, on Reddit, they get on there and they be all incognito and anonymous. So they be telling all the business, all of the business. That's why I like Reddit, because it's messy. I can imagine who the person look like in my head. It's a good time. It's a good time. Reddit is a good time. I'm trying to tell y'all. Download Reddit and get the mess. You can get all the tea for free. Hello? All right, so this one is I'm falling for my wife's best friend throwaway account. I don't know why people feel the need to tell us it's a throwaway account. I mean, I'm not sure if people go looking for these people that be posting, in the subreddits. But yeah, I don't be, my username is whatever Reddit made it up to be. I never changed it. My wife and I's mutual best friend just got out of a toxic relationship. We've been trying to make her realize for some time, and finally she realized it and broke it off. Because of that, she has been feeling very low and depressed. So, my wife and I have been inviting her around our place once a week so that she can get back to her old self. More recently, I've started to notice that she is just such a wonderful and lovely person. And I noticed that I'm feeling very comfortable and relaxed when I'm near her, and slowly but surely starting to fall for her. Recently, I've noticed that she will try to spend more time with me. I've been trying to put myself in situations where it would be impossible for her to fall, where it would be impossible for me to fall for her. But the harder I try, the more I fall for her. Child. FYI, my wife and I are in a wonderful relationship. We recently got in a pretty bad accident, and that just increased our love for each other because we realized that we've just been through so much together. Please don't judge too harshly. I know what is right and wrong. I just really need to put this off my chest so I don't explode. This is a throwaway account, once again. Just so y'all know, this is a throwaway account. As if we needed to know that. So there's an edit, a little update. Edit. I talked to my wife about this, and we agreed that we need to help her because she's a dear friend of ours, and we understand her situation. We also don't want other people to use her while she's in this horrible state of life. But we agreed to definitely not putting myself in questionable situations. My wife kind of suspected that something was off, and when I talked to her about this, she was very glad that I talked to her and not acted on my dumb thoughts. I really appreciate you guys for your help and encouragement. I knew from the start that I needed to tell my wife about this, but I was very scared to tell her because I just felt like a horrible husband, friend, and human being in general. Woo! I don't know about this one. Y'all need to sound off on the comments on this one. Like, excuse me? I mean, who, child? What? I have no words. I'm gonna find some in a minute though, because how you gonna have a podcast with no words? Wow, she's very. I will say his wife very mature, very very mature. She handled it so well. Kudos to her. because I don't know if I would have handled it the same. And the fact that she still wants to help her dear friend after the husband admitted, well, I'm starting to catch feelings for your friend. Mm-mm. I just, no. No. Like, girl, you can't come around here for a little bit. I see you in Aqua. Like, you can't. There's so many other alternatives to having her hang around the house with y'all. Like, you could take her out for dinner. Y'all can go to the movies. Y'all can have, brunch, girls. Y'all can have like little girl dates, friend dates that don't involve you going to the house. Why she gotta hang around y'all house for? I just feel like you're setting yourself up for not a good situation. Like, she ain't got to come to our house for her, to avoid being used by other people out here in the world. Also, therapy. I would recommend, if y'all care that much, y'all go ahead and put y'all funds together and get homegirl a therapist on y'all dime, because she can't come back around here and my husband catching feelings for her. It's not her fault. So we not gonna, mistreat friend. We not gonna mistreat friend. We might mistreat husband though, but definitely not friend. Friend just can't come back around here, okay? Not for a while. Like, there's so many alternatives to avoid him being in the situation. I will say kudos to him for talking to his wife about it. That's real. That's how marriage should be. That's called good communication. I stand for it. We applaud that. That's cute. I like that. But it's a sticky situation. Y'all sound off in the comments, because it couldn't be me. So this next question is from Ask Women, the subreddit Ask Women. And the question is, for those who've dated someone who was the bare minimum or less, where are they now? So this is the one where I wanted to input my own little shenanigans in it, because I have dated someone that was the bare minimum or less, like way less. Like, whoo, child, it was a mess. I'm going to tell the quick version of the story, because I'm going to put my phone down for a second. I'm going to tell y'all the quick version of the story, because the story is long. And this was not long ago. This was literally last year. It's only February, so it won't even a whole year ago. Anywho, I met a man. When I met the man, he had a good job. He was paid very decently, over $25 an hour. Paid decently. He was busy. He got kids and stuff, whatever. So we decided that, we was going to pause things. We was going to be friends. Okay, cool. We didn't talk every day or anything like that. It was very, not sparse, but, a few weeks here and there. How are you? Yada, yada, yada. The bare minimum of keeping in contact with someone. Months go on, and the person calls me on Instagram, and I'm just like, why are you calling me on Instagram? I'm perplexed. So he called me at night, and I'm not a night owl. I like to be asleep. I like to be asleep. Like 10 o'clock, I'm definitely in my bed, okay? I might not be asleep, but I'm getting ready to go to sleep. 10 o'clock, I'm definitely in the bed on any given day of the week, unless I have plans. So he called me at night. My phone was on Do Not Disturb, because my phone automatically go on Do Not Disturb at 9 o'clock. So the next morning he calls me again. So I answer. I'm like, no, that's not what happened. He messaged me and gave me a different phone number. So he called me again on Instagram. So I call him on the number that he sent me. So I was like, oh hey, what's going on? And he's just like, yeah, so yeah, whatever. He's like, I gotta move my stuff. And I'm like, oh, why are you moving your stuff? And he was just like, yeah, no, I asked him where he was moving to. So I was like, oh, where are you moving to? He was like, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't know where I'm moving to. I'm moving my stuff to his mom's house, his sister's house, somebody's house. So I was like, oh, wow, okay. So he came by. He stopped to come see me and say hello, whatever. I'm like, oh, well, if you ever, need somewhere to sleep or whatever, just call me, ahead of time and let me know that you're coming. Okay, cool, whatever. So all of this happens over a span of a few months. Anyways, eventually, like, this person, they lost their job, they lost their apartment, they lost everything. And the person has a criminal background. They have background check is not clean. So the person has a hard time finding jobs, just in general. So the person was so caught up on their stuff on his background, he's not going to be able to find a job, that he just decided that he won't go find a job. Also, the person's on probation. So the person decides that they're going to DoorDash or whatever. And at the time, I was doing this app called Merchandiser, or I had just started doing this app called Merchandiser, which I was getting paid. First, I was getting paid $20 an hour. Then I was getting paid $22 an hour. So I was like, hey, you could just sign up. You can come do this. I do it. You could just ride with me to do the inventory. Basically, it was inventory for Hallmark. I was just counting cards. This pretty much it. It's like super easy job. It's nothing complicated. It's nothing hard. It's easy. They don't do no background checks, no nothing. Anybody could just sign up. Anywho, told them sign up for it. I'm like, I'm getting paid this much. It's not the 20. We was getting paid like $26 an hour at the other job, but I'm like, it's not $26 an hour, but it's still 20-something dollars an hour, and DoorDash is not guaranteed money. This is guaranteed money. You get a schedule, whatever. So I don't know what happened with him signing up for the app. He tried to sign up, or he started to sign up, but he never did any of the dates. And I don't know why, because I made over $7,000 doing it. I know this because I just started doing my taxes yesterday. But anywho, I got paid, a good chunk of money just counting cards. And I didn't work full time or anything like that. Like we would count in a month, maybe I think the first month we did it, we only counted 5 days. Then the second month we did 2 weeks. It wasn't a whole lot. Towards the end, it did get to be a whole lot. That's another story for another day. But anywho, I was making money. It was easy. It was convenient. It wasn't hard. Nothing complicated. So eventually, I was trying to, set boundaries with this person, and I wanted him to just stop showing up to my house in the middle of the night, unannounced, uncalled for, just unprovoked, would just show up to my house in the middle of the night. I mean, 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, anytime, just anytime, any place, just showing up at my house. And, I was really trying to drive the point home. Hey, I need you to just stop showing up at my house because I'm tired. I have things to do. You don't have anything to do because you don't you don't want to work. You're thinking DoorDash is going to get you to the end of the earth, and it's not. Gave this person plenty of opportunities to do other things, and they just didn't want to do them. The person had a lot of issues. They were mentally ill. They were not taking their medicine. So talking to the person was a waste of my breath. The person did not listen. The person he always needed some money. I need $10 for gas. I need $20. Can you spare me? Like, what? It would be like, I need to go do DoorDash, but I ain't got no gas. Can you give me 15 so I can put some gas in my car to go do DoorDash? Okay. Sir, you're expensive. I've never had to give a man money in my life, and you just don't have your shit together at all. I just don't understand how somebody could go from having all this shit together to just it was a car wreck in real time. It was crazy. It was nuts. Child, I could go further and further into what happened, but to make a long story short, because it's a real long story. Yeah, so I was setting my boundaries like, hey, can you stop showing up to my house unannounced in the middle of the night? Finally, this point drove home into this person's head. And once again, the person is mentally ill and was not taking their medicine. But, yeah, so one day I tried to call the person and it went straight to voicemail. I'm like, oh, he's probably busy, probably doing DoorDash, something, whatever. So then I tried to text him and the message didn't go through. Were my feelings hurt? Absolutely the fuck not. I almost threw it. I said, oh, he blocked me. Good for him. Good for him. I should have blocked him first, although he would have showed up at my house. So that wouldn't have been no good. Anyways, yeah, so he blocked me. I went about my merry way. I was like, well, time for me to live my best life. I'm like, who feelings you hurting? Because you're really disrupting my peace. They said, be his peace, be her peace. He was disrupting my peace, and I wanted to make sure that he was okay, because he had a lot going on, and he just was not, it won't clicking up here at all. So, yeah. So then, like, weeks later, I get a phone call from the person, and I was in the middle of recording content, because I'm a content creator, and that's what the fuck I do. And, yeah, I missed his call. Then he called again. So then I answered the phone. So I'm like, why is he calling me twice? Like, you just blocked me, and now you're calling me. Okay, so I answered the phone. And it was his sister. I'm like, oh, hello. And she has him on speakerphone on her phone from jail. Yes, child, this man went to jail, and that's where his ass is today, I guess. I wouldn't know if he was out of jail or not, because I haven't spoken to him since before my birthday. My birthday was in August, so I haven't talked to this man in over 6 months, so I don't know how he doing. He called me a couple times from jail, and yeah, never heard from him again. It was a headache. It was stressful, and you know, I hope he gets out and lives a productive life. That's all I got for that. So that is my story about dating someone below the bare minimum. Now, on back to Reddit. So, a lot of these people, it seems like, are just answering the question, where are they now? So, this is the first answer. He got clean, which is great. He moved to a different state. Last I heard, he's a cook at a hotel. I wish him well and hope we don't meet again. Girl, I feel that. I wish you well, and I hope we never meet again. I hardly ever think of him. We've been broken up for just under 2 years. But he texted me yesterday asking me if I seriously took him off my... Wow. He texted me yesterday asking if I seriously took him off the Costco account, her Costco account at that. LOL. Then tried to make me feel guilty about it. I didn't even reply, period. Because, sir, first of all, sir, I ain't talked to your ass in 2 years and you gonna contact me talking about some Costco card? Yeah, I took you off the Costco account 2 years ago, boo boo. This is another one. Using another girlfriend to support him and take him around the world while he is just trying to build the online business that will supposedly make him a millionaire. Good luck. It's a lot of them walking around. So many. And that's the other thing. The guy that I was talking about, child, he was trying to be a rapper. He just knew his rap career was gonna blow up and he was gonna be a millionaire. And I'm just like, y'all, I'm 30. This person is older than me. Not by a lot, but they were also 30 at the time that this story took place. They were 30 at the time the story took place. So it's like, it's only so much blowing up. Your 30-year-old is about to blow up. Like, you ain't about to blow up too much. You can go be a ghostwriter or something. I dated a guy before my husband. He was a great guy, but was suffering from severe depression and had no incentive in life. We were young and he never treated me poorly. We were just on different paths in our lives. He is now married with kids and a successful business owner. I wish him all the best. He deserves it. That's nice. It's real cute. Somebody said, I don't know and I don't care. Period. I feel that. I don't know, baby, and I don't care. Because he blocked everywhere. Okay? Still doing the bare minimum. Almost 4 years after we split. I wouldn't keep track intentionally, but we have a child who he does nothing for. I've gotten 3 promotions and doubled my salary since his dead weight is no longer on my shoulders. Good for you, girl. Period. Because, who run the world? Girls. Okay? Beyonce said it best. Strong enough to bury children, then get back to business. Hello? Here's another one. Still unemployed and living with his dad, who is also unemployed. And they stay in the grandparents' house. And I think the grandparents moved to a long-term care facility. Somebody commented it under theirs. It was like, the apple didn't fall too far from the tree. It didn't. It really didn't. They moved the grandparents into a long-term care facility, and they stayed in the house with no job. Crazy. Here's another one. Somebody says, I have a permanent criminal restraining order against him, so out of sight, out of mind. Last time I heard, he had a girl pregnant who he only dated for a month. He tried convincing everyone it was planned, but then she left a week later and stole his stuff in the process. Ooh, child. Just went to jail for the 5th domestic violence incident involving a 3rd victim. Child, you dodged a bullet on that one. Somebody said, with any luck, jail. Lord. Child. Ooh. Probably still pretending to be a DJ. Wow. Somebody said, I don't know, but I hope he finally learned how to wash his ass properly. Girl, these men nasty. They real nasty. Somebody says, I don't keep track of my exes. I feel that. I don't either. I don't know what the fuck these niggas out here doing. I don't know what these niggas out here doing. Okay? I mind my business. I know a couple of my exes are few, are married with children. Last I heard. And the other ones that won't shit still ain't shit. That's all I know. It says he remarried and his wife now complains about their issues to me. Y'all must got kids together, cause why is she talking to you? Somebody said, I think I'm still dating them right now. Girl, you better run. Doesn't matter. They are irrelevant. Period. No clue about now, but last I heard, years ago through a mutual friend, he went through homelessness due to his refusal to work. Ooh, girl. Were we dating the same person or no? Somebody said working at Home Depot. I walked out when I seen him. Period. Like I don't need that's called protecting your peace. I like that. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go to Lowe's. I like that. You stay here. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Child, this lady wrote out a whole list. She said chronological order of my toxic exes, and she wrote 5. The first one, severely overweight and addicted to pills. Number 2, knocked up a girl much younger than him, and they cheat on each other and are now engaged, also an alcoholic. 3, never dated anyone ever again and lives with his mom. That's depressing. 4, in and out of prison, severe addiction, continues to abuse and attempted murder to at least 2 women after me. 5, jail for trashing his ex's after me's house on a raging coke binge. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you have a problem, ma'am. You have a problem. You should seek help because you're not supposed to have 5 of them. It's supposed to be like 1 or none at all. And you need a good therapist cuz no. But yeah. Cuz no, girl, cuz no. Anyways, I'm going to stop there. There was plenty more in the subreddit, but we just gonna put a pause on it. There'll be more Reddit going forward, in between guests and whatnot. But yeah, for today, for this podcast, that's gonna be it. Like I said, this is my warm-up podcast, getting me back into the groove of things. Next podcast, we'll be talking about fat phobia, the fat acceptance, what is it called? The fat acceptance and the body positivity. That's what I'm looking for. Body positivity movement, all that good stuff. And yeah, I would say if you have any questions, leave them below. But don't bother because I'm recording that episode this week as well. So that'll be up next week. If you guys have any suggestions for topics y'all want me to talk about, leave those down in the comments on my YouTube, Kivani Couture. Also, subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Anchor. You can watch the video version on YouTube and Spotify. At some point, I'll get to the other platforms. I just haven't yet because I haven't even been recording. So, yeah, but I'm accepting all feedback. If you have some, leave them in the comments on YouTube. But I will see y'all next week. I don't know how to end this, but yeah. I'm gonna see y'all next week. Bye.